What's up, everybody? It's Tyler from Bullseye Investing here. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 penny stocks to buy for March 2021. But before we start, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Now, we've talked about penny stocks sometimes before on this channel, but not too often. But we do have a good track record for those stocks that we have talked about. So the first penny stock I ever brought up on this channel was Clear Channel Outdoors, and it went about 50% recently, and it has had a pullback the last few days, but it's still up a decent amount from when I released this video on December 17th. Now, the other stock I talked about, the second one I talked about was PKKFF, and I said this $1 penny stock can triple by now. And it has actually almost tripled since I bought in December. I bought in at about 80.5 cents a share, and it's hit over $2 since then. So congratulations to any fellow PKKF owners who bought it at the same time that I did. But let's move on to the stocks of today. The first one I want to talk about is United States Antimony Corporation. Okay, it's hit a stock price of $1.43, and it's been going on a tear recently. They mine things like zeolite, antimony, which is in the name of the company, as well as gold and silver. But mainly, people are getting excited over the metal's ability to aid in the transition to green energy, which explains the run up that we've had to $147 million. Why? Well, it's because the zeolite particularly excites people, to be even more specific, as an alternative battery metal. Okay, it's even being studied by GM right now. So I think because of all this is a great long-term hold. Of course, momentum could push it up really high, and in that case, you could sell off in like a swing trade type thing. But I think we have a decent chance of seeing short-term downside in the stock price before it goes up again. But I still consider it a great stock to buy, and I will probably buy some in the next week or 2 weeks. That being said, let's move on to our second stock of the day. This one, and I guess I went very heavy with these mining penny stocks today, but this is another mining stock, St. George's Eco Mining Corporation, that I also think has huge potential. It has a stock price of 60 cents and ticker symbol SXOOF, okay? It mines lithium and nickel and also other materials such as gold. It mines in Iceland and Canada. And while there's been a lot of hype around the stock pushing it farther up, I think it's still a solid buy for the long term with the energy, materials, and metals that they're mining, as well as the gold, okay? But the next stock we're talking about is IsoRay. I just wanted to go over that second one very quickly and move on to IsoRay, okay? Let me tell you what really gets me excited about this company. IsoRay is the only producer in the world of cesium blue brachytherapy seeds, and those seeds are very promising in order to treat cancer, okay? This is definitely high risk, high reward, okay? If cesium blue works out big time, IsoRay will shoot to the moon. But if not, it could and probably very possibly take a dunk, okay? Now, regarding this stock, it's been on a tear recently as well. It's hit $1.40 a share with a market cap of almost 200 million. And volume today was 6.5 million, but its average volume has been 14.8 million. Okay, just some statistics there for IsoRay. Now, this reminds me of a play like Workhorse. And while if you're a Workhorse investor, you might be left with a bad taste in your mouth with the whole Workhorse contract ordeal. But we have to realize that hindsight was 2020, and Workhorse did indeed have a great chance of getting the contract. And if they did, the stock would have skyrocketed. There's no doubt in any of our minds that the stock would have shot to the moon if they did get the contract. So in that case, even though hindsight's 2020, the risk and the probability of them getting the contract and the reward based on that versus the risk of losing all the money that I did and many Workhorse investors did, even though we potentially believe it in the long term, but the risk was still worth the reward in terms of Workhorse. But I also think in terms of IsoRay as well. So same goes to IsoRay. Let's tie this in, okay? Let's take the risk on this stock because I would say the chances of it working out are decent right now, okay? The sky's the limit if the cesium blue does work out, and we won't lose that much on this stock as there are other facets to the company supporting it. Kind of like Workhorse has the drone side of the business, so we're not 100% lost on Workhorse, okay? Because we calculated our risk in terms of that. Thanks for watching. Until next time.